Alright guys, so welcome. We've officially begun the 18-minute qualifying session for the French Grand Prix. Should be an interesting one. Let's see, we have 16 drivers in the for this so far. And I see Granny Boy 93 is back in the mix. So this should be a good race. Alright, so let's see who's going to be first to go out and warm the track up. I like this track. It has some interesting turns to it. The last turn is a killer though, getting through, I gotta say. Alright, so the guys are out, going for the out lap. So I see both guys choose to go out with mediums. This all depends on their strategy, because I'm not sure what strategy these guys are going to be using. Everyone has their own strategy they use for the track. Because I know they have been practicing all week. Okay, so Walker is going to be the first one going for a hot lap here. Let's see what time he's going to post, followed by the rest of the field. There's seriously some winding corners to take. Not easy getting out of them, right? Just the last few corners, and we're gonna start to see some lap times being posted. And that's a 1:31:015. Pretty good lap time. Let's see who's gonna beat that. Okay, there's CB with a 1:33. Got Jay with a 1:32. I got Ely with a 1:38. Banshee just stopped the board with a 1:30. Nice job. I see Granny Boy and Gaston still in pits. Guessing they're coming out pretty soon. Or they're just waiting for everyone to just warm up the track. Okay, so we got JK with a 1:32, Jonathan with another 1:32. About 200 seconds off from each other. We got Ice Mary with a 1:31. He's about a 600. Oh. Got D-Day in fourth now with a 1:32, 1:76. Quite sure Ely's going to try and improve on that 1:38 to match at least a 1:32 to 1:33. So we almost have a full grid, just about 4 drivers short, but let's see who we didn't have in the last race. I know we didn't have a Granny Boy in the last race. Actually, since I've been streaming, I haven't had a Granny Boy in a race so far. I think Gaston got disconnected. He should be hopefully get back on soon. Alright guys, so just about 11 minutes to go for qualifying. So for top 3 we got P1 we got Banshee, P2 we have Walker, and P3 we got Bucks right now. Best time so far, 1:39.53. Okay, I think we got Granny Boy going for a hot lap here right now. I think it'll be quite interesting to see what time he's gonna post here. So officially just under 10 minutes to go now. Everyone is going to have to try and get a lap time in and improve on their set lap time if it does not match what they need to get. It's such a different view viewing that turn from this angle rather than being in the car. I've gone wide on it so many times. we go. Grinding 193 goes on top with a 137.02, just about 200 seconds off of Banshee. Banshee is currently on an outlap. I think he was probably expecting that, so he's going to try and beat that time. This is going to be an interesting one to see. So we still got Bowtie, MX, T-Pound, and Gaston to actually set a lap time. Gaston is still in the pits. I know he got disconnected. I'm hoping he did get back on. It does suck when you kind of get disconnected from this. I think he lost that lap there. Okay, so we got Bowtie, we got MX, we got T-Pound, all out right now. This starting order is definitely going. It's already changed. We got MX just went into 10th with a 132.799. Bowtie just went into 11th with a 133.2. And T-Pound just put himself into 8th with a 132.2. That's a 132.290. Alright, so pretty interesting startup so far. We still got just about 6.5 minutes to go. More than enough time to put in a better lap time here. Why does that car sound like that, Jay? Is that like glitching, or do you just have it stuck in a gear? Or just in first gear going? That's why. It sounded a bit weird for a second. What is up with M Gaston 81? Is he disconnected still, or I'm not sure if he's not getting back on because I haven't seen him make a lap times yet. Has Walker tried? Okay, so Banshee has dropped down to third. We got Walker in second now. He's in pits. Banshee's on outlap. I think Banshee's really trying to get back that P1. I gotta say, it's really not easy making these turns and trying to avoid invalidating your lap. It's one of the worst things that can happen. You can be going on a really, really fast lap and you just invalidate it. That's happened multiple times to me. It just pisses you off, right off. I see Elise is currently has a 135. I think he had a 138 previously. Come on, Eli, you can do better. You can get a better lap than that. I think he's on his out lap there right now. There's about 2.5 minutes to go here, guys. JD just retired from the session. Okay, so JD is currently out of the qualifying session. His 133.308 will be left there. Got Granny Boy 93 and Walker both on their out laps right now. See what's happening there. Okay, so Walker should be making his time first. Can he improve? But will Granny Boy come from behind and beat his time again? Oh, there goes Banshee back in up to second now. Just separated by just about 100 of a second. Quite a few invitations for this session, just in case we get disconnected. Pretty interesting qualifying session so far, guys. Alright, so anyone currently on a hot lap will finish, and that will be qualifying over. Then we get into the race. Currently we have Granny Boy 93 in P1, we got Banshee P2, Walker P3, Iceman is P4, Gaston is P5, 131, nice. We got Bucks in P6, JK 7, BD 8, Bowtie 9, and Jonathan in 10. P-Town 11, J12, MX is 13, JD 14, CB is 15, and Ely is P16. Let's see if anything changes as these guys just finish up their last lap here now. That was a little rough. Was that a computer driving or is that actually drivers doing that? Oh, come on, JK, what's happening? Alright guys, the bumper car fun is done. We will be on to the race. Good qualifying session though. Okay, so that's our starting grid. Granny Boy in entry is P1, Banshee 2, Walker in third. I'm gonna take a snapshot of that, keep it. So JD is starting on mediums. Okay. Press set 2. No? Okay. He says no. Oh man. I think I just gave him up. Oh, so your weather condition was rain for the race. But is it going to be raining for the entire session? I think it'd be interesting if it rains half of the race and then goes dry. So let's see how the strategies are going to work out here. I think that will make it an interesting race rather than race or just rain all the way through. I think this should be a good one. Alright guys, so formation lap is underway in the rain. And it's full wets. Jesus Christ. Thank God I'm not racing with you guys right now. I'll be cursing all the way around this track. Yeah, go ahead, Granny Boy. Warm up your tires. Let's see how everyone's doing here. Oh, visuals here are gonna be a bitch, I can tell you that. Guys in the back, you're not gonna see shit. I'm telling you. Should make it all that more interesting though for a good race. Starting in wets. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I did one not too long ago, but it's good to watch one from this angle. Let's see how this is gonna play out. But at least we're gonna have a good view to see what's gonna happen here. Let's keep it full track so I can see exactly what's happening out there. Alright guys, we are... Things sound this strange for a second. Okay, we're still good, we're still good. I thought the stream disconnected. My bad. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so the guys will be reforming the cars back onto the starting grid now. This is going to be a really interesting start, guys. Good luck, everyone. Alright guys, and we are almost ready to go here. That's 5 lights. And there they go. Got a lot of positions changing midfield right now. Going into the first corner. Oh. Let's see who's going to be careful, who's not. I think we got a lot of positions changing down at the back. Yeah, the visual here is really gonna kill you. Jonathan is gained the positions. Alex gained the position. CB gained. Alright guys, we'll be back any second now. We're joining back the session. Really had to go disconnect in the first lap. I'm really hoping we didn't miss anything important here. Like someone sliding. It's almost like drifting sometimes when you try to brake into a corner and turn at the same time. When it's like full wet. At least I've experienced that. And we are back. So let's see what's happening. Still got Granny Boy out in front, Walker in second, Iceman P3, Gaston is P4, got Bucks in P5. Oh, screw you, internet connection. Damn it, they have Verizon. We got Bucks really close on Gaston right now. It is not easy making an overtake in these conditions, guys. We got Ely in the pit. What happened to Ely? Front wing gone. Okay. That would probably resulted from a collision down on our first lap that we just missed the part of. So we'll not be seeing those blistering fast speeds that we usually see on dry compounds, but still should be an interesting race, especially if it goes to light rain and then stops raining. Because I'm really curious to know who is gonna run the right strategy on this. Oh, that's MX going a little wide. As Jonathan trying not to break his wing going back into that Haas. MX is really trying to keep that position there. And it's really not easy. Okay, as Jonathan trying to cut it a little bit. So Jonathan has gotten past MX. We got CB behind MX coming there. These guys are still going to try and fight it out. Let's see how we're doing a little up towards the field now. So Granny Boy 93 has currently, oh that's D-Day with a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Be careful here guys, this is going to be very easy to get penalties for corner cutting with these conditions, even though it might not be intentional. think Box was going for a move on Iceman there. He might be trying it through this straight again. There is also Gaston just right behind him. D-Day just lost a position to Butai. So Ely is a little way back from everyone else, I think, because he... Oh... What just happened? I think the Renaults just went into each other. Be careful, guys. The last thing you want to do is take your teammate out. We're not 100% sure what happened there, but someone did cause a little spin. Granny Boy with the fastest lap. So we got a few cars actually building some leads right now. So Granny Boy has a 5-second lead of Walker with another 5-second lead of Bucks. Got Iceman with a 2-second behind. I guess he's catching up there. We got JK just behind Iceman though. How is JK doing? JK is getting close. Got Jonathan and Gaston trying to fight it out here for a position. Jonathan doesn't seem to have any damage at all, but I'm just wondering, does... Okay, doesn't seem to have any damage here either. Got MX coming behind. There's a lot of sliding going on here, guys. Whether you can see it or not, I'm quite sure you can feel it if you're driving these cars. There is going to be some sliding when you're braking into these turns and getting out of the corner. You also need to try to make sure that these cars don't spin out on you. So leaders are currently building a gap on each other by a few seconds. Just trying to keep some space. These are difficult conditions to drive in. Also trying to catch up and overtake at the same time, and making sure that you do not get penalties for corner cutting here. So from this angle we can actually see the racing line on the track, because it does appear to be a little more dried out than the rest of the track, because the guys are all racing on it. Everyone's driving on the same line right now. So you will find that there is more traction on that line. Kind of important for drivers to know, so because when they're racing they do have to keep on it, because if you do go off you will lose some traction and possibly spin or end up into a wall. That's Banshee getting really close to Jay in that McLaren there. Okay, he's getting really close. He might be trying to make a move here, but can he get it done and actually make this move hold? MX just got a 3-second penalty. That's for multiple warnings. Again, guys, be very careful driving here. You are going to get penalties very easily with these conditions. Looks really cool, the car coming off the corner like that. Oh, did we have someone go too wide? That's Banshee going on Jay there. But can Jay get the position back? I see Botai just made a position of JD. JD with a 3-second time penalty. Got D-Day about 20 seconds behind JD right now. Oh, sorry, it's 9 seconds. Just said 20 seconds. That was weird. Oh, I get what happened. That's fine. That was my bad. So I would say most of our drivers are comfortably driving at the moment. Of course, we cannot know exactly what difficulty they're experiencing. It did seem like that McLaren just kind of the back end just kind of drifted away as it was trying to go around that turn. It can't be easy driving in these conditions. It's extremely difficult. I can tell you that. I've driven in full wets a lot, and it's really not easy. No matter what track it is, it's never easy. And some tracks that have a lot of turn, you're gonna have a lot of problem braking into that turn because the car just sometimes slides right off. That's walk out a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That's Banshee losing a position to MX. Can he get it back? He is still very close. Gonna try and cut it on the inside here. That was someone off the track. I think that was JK. Okay, these guys are still going at it. There goes Banshee. Let's see if Banshee can get it in. No. MX does have it to go on lead here. He's gonna have to try that one again. We got JK in the pits. T-Pound up a position to 10th. So it is a 50% race, guys, which means it is 27 laps instead of the regular 53 laps that it would usually be if it was a 100% race. This is a pretty interesting track though. I mean, just 15 turns, but you drive, just looking at it, you actually think it's about 20-25 turns. The amount of time you have to just keep turning, but it's just 15 turns going around. We got Banshee and MX going at this. And here they come. Oh man. I think MX lost it a little bit, but he caught it back there. Still going at it, trying to get that 7th position. The T-Pound just went down to 11th. Granny now has a 10-second comfortable lead off Walker. And we have another 6 seconds behind there is Bucks. I see JD has switched on to intermediate. Now this is going to be interesting, guys. Let's see how much traction he actually has using his intermediate tires. Is it the right time to switch or not? Every driver currently right now driving who knows that he's switched that intermediate tires are going to wonder how much fuel contraction he's actually getting with these tires right now. Because if it's not dry enough on the track, these tires are not going to cut it. That's Gaston with another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Saying it again, guys, it is really easy to get penalties on this track, so I have learned anyway. So the intermediate tires seem to be holding, but for how long? So he's now to make the first lap on these tires. So we have Amy made one stop even early in the race. That was to replace his wing. We have JK actually made a stop already. But he did go on back to the wets, which are 1 lap old. Okay, so this is going to be a little interesting to watch between JK and JD. So let's see how well the tires are holding for them. Everyone else still seems to be going pretty well on these full wets. We got CB and Gaston here fighting it out for 10th position. Sorry, 9th. So a little too wide there. He's got the back. He's got the back. There is trouble right behind him as well, so he does have to be careful here. So the interval right now with JD is 28 seconds. So let's give it another lap and see how much that really is going to change. It's down to 26 seconds. So we got D-Day on intermediate tires now. So it is really hard to tell, guys, how exactly the grip levels on these tires are right now. Sometimes it's just a halfway point, so it's really hard to tell. Is it time to switch to those inters? But we currently have 2 drivers, and we have JD and D-Day both on inters. Let's see how well these guys are going to run on these tires right now. It will provide an indication to whether all the other drivers need to go in and make a pit stop to change over to intermediates. So we have Randy Boy out in front. He has an 18-second comfortable lead off of Bucks. We got Iceman up into 3rd. Walker was just in the pits. He is on the inters as well. Interesting, guys. So I currently have 3 cars running inters. Everyone else is still on the full wets. So Walker is out and he is in 5th. Got Jay in the pits, he's on inters as well. I guess that's that time, guys. Everyone is starting to switch over to the inters. However, it is still up to the driver's decision. This isn't their decision to make. Are they going to change? Are they going to stay? They're going to hold it out for just a few more laps before they do decide to change it. It's all about how much grip they actually have on their current tires, because they will actually be watching the interval time between them and the car behind them, or the car in front of them, to see whether they are gaining time or they are losing time in their lap times. So that's going to be a good indication as to tell them whether they should be switching over or not. That's Walker up another position. It does seem like the inters are working here, guys. Walker just comfortably took back 4th position here, and he's headed to Iceman to get 3rd. Just a little bit away, but he's gonna get there. Let's see if he can get that move done as well when he gets there. So we get Bucks in the pits. Looks like he's gone on the inters as well. So our leader in P1, Granny 193, still has not pitted as yet. His tires are 10 laps old now. Let's see how much grip he actually has going here right now. He is taking it very cautious on these turns. And it does seem like he is coming out of the racing line to pick some water up with these tires just to get some traction here. I don't know, but it might be time to pit soon for him. We'll see what he does. Okay, we got pit stop rotation going on. We got Banshee in the pits, we got MX, we got Gaston, Bowtie, we got JK, and everyone's going on to the inters. So I guess the rain has eased. The track is starting to dry up a little bit, so there's not so much water that these guys need to displace with their tires right now. So it is time to switch to inters, obviously. We still have just very few cars on the wets. I'm quite sure they will be pitting very soon, unless they are actually having traction and have enough grip to keep going. They will just keep doing that, or it is all a part of their strategy. It's up to the drivers what they want to do and how long they want to hold their cars out before switching. And that's Tipang losing a position to Jonathan, who is on the inters, where Tipang is still on full wets. We got Granny Boy in the pits. I will assume yes, he did. He went on inters. Okay, Granny Boy really have a 30-second lead off of Walker to come out back and still be in first. Banshee with another 3-second time penalty. Maybe we could just race and see who has the most penalties at the end. So Granny Boy, he's back out and he's still in P1. Good driving so far, man. So Walker is about, I guess, 8 seconds behind him, but he can catch up. So we have Tipang CB now changing onto the inters as well. Banshee is still on wets. Really does not seem like there's much traction for the wets now, because there's not enough water for these tires to displace, which means they will not have enough grip. Yeah, the rain has lightened up a lot actually, so that's why these guys are now changing onto intermediate tires. It does give them better traction on the track. Yeah, that's a lot of sliding there. Banshee's gonna have to be really careful getting this car to the pits, changing those tires off. We still have Ely also on the wet compound tires, and his tires are 9 laps old. Alright, Banshee, you're almost there, man. You'll be able to change soon. Let's see what the time difference is with everyone right now. We got CB really close with someone here. Getting very close down to T-Pound now. Walker, fastest lap. Awesome job, man. Box, fastest lap. 147, very good. Walker, 3-second time penalty, not so good. Oh, that was close, man. I think T-Pound just lost it there. That could have been a really bad accident. CB would have just lost the entire front wing. What is up with T-Pound there? Okay, he's back on track. He's going again. So guys, even though the track is actually drying out a bit and the inters are working, you still do not have full traction going into some of these turns. You have to be really careful. You can lose it. I see we got MX up a position here. Is Granny Boy racing by himself out front, guys? What's going on with him? Come on, Walker, you can catch up to this guy. I know you can, man. You're fast. He's fast, but you can be faster. You got 13 laps. Different we have done with so far. Got another 13 to 14 laps to go. That's more than half of the, just over half of the race more to catch up with him. Been a really good race so far, I gotta say though, guys. Really good driving, really bad weather, but really good driving so far. A few minor incidents on tracks, but that is expected to happen with this kind of weather. And good job so far on everyone changing over their tires, watching your strategy. I really hope it works out here, and I also really hope it gets fully dry coming to the end. Because even if anyone does not plan to take another pit stop, they will be forced to if the track does dry out and it need a dry compound tire here, which is possible to happen. If this was a 100% race, I would say definitely that's going to probably be happening. With 50%, we got about 12-13 laps more to go, and it still could happen. So still interesting to see. Yeah, Banshee really close to Jay right now. Gonna try for a move, possibly very soon. Trying to close the gap, going around these few turns now. He is getting limited visibility, as we are seeing right now. And Granny Boy is back in play with the fastest lap of 1:44. Here goes Banshee. Can Jay get that position back? Okay, so Banshee is holding it. For now. Oh, careful there, Jay. It's sometimes not easy to catch these cars back when they go to slide around a turn like that. We got some minor gaps between a few drivers, some major gaps for some of them. Also guys, I do apologize if I do miss anyone in terms of switching between cars here, but I am trying to get everyone at least. Let's see what's going on with Ely. We haven't looked into him for a while. He's going into the pits right now. Is his tires finished already? Let's see what he's going to be doing here. Or is the track possibly drying up to go on dry? I wouldn't say so though. Okay, switching out those inters for another set. I gotta say, an interesting race. For a race that is started on full wets, now in inters, we actually haven't lost any drivers yet. So it really does tell you the level of the driving skills that these guys actually really have. Because for 16 drivers on the track, and going in full wets, we haven't lost a single driver so far. That's actually pretty impressive. So I gotta say, really good driving so far, guys. Keep it up. I really hope all 16 of you can finish this race. It'll be interesting to see. Ely is quite a way back from DD right now, so how much he can catch up, we don't know, but let's see how he goes. Got JK just gave me a position of J. See what's happening here. Got Banshee going on bow tie here. Squeezing it into that turn. Taking on the inside. Going behind so he doesn't get it done here. Gonna try again very soon though. Good driving so far, Banshee. Let's see a little stats on Banshee here. So Banshee did start the 8 positions higher than this. So he is trying to work his way back up. So Walker is now 15 seconds behind Granny Boy, trying to catch up. You just see that spray coming off the behind of those cars, man. It's really why you really don't have much visibility going at these speeds, especially when it was full wet. It's really hard to see. So we got Banshee going on both out here again. He's going to try and get this move done probably by the end of this long straight coming up. Can he get it going around this turn? There they come. So far, so good. That move does hold. You got Jonathan really close to Iceman right now. Let's see if he's going to go for a move here. So I know some of the guys do actually drive with the ERS on manual. I know some of you drive with it on auto, because from what I hear, and I haven't actually looked into this myself, but from what I hear, F1 2020 is not going to have the ERS on manual. It's just going to be on auto all the time. So a lot of guys are just not even bother just loading the ERS, driving it with manual. I did try it. I've been trying it for a while now. It's quite interesting, but I still cannot. I'm not 100% sure, but I do have to find out and get other drivers' opinions on this. Whoever uses manual ERS, I'm trying to find out whether when it's in hot lap mode or when it's in overtake mode, which one does give you a little more of a boost. Because it does seem to me that if you have it on overtake, the car does pick up coming off a corner really fast. Because I'll be honest with you, if I'm doing any sort of race and I'm going on a hot lap for qualifying, as soon as I go over the line to start that hot lap, I don't keep it on hot lap. I switch it over to overtake, because it does seem to help a little bit. Okay, I just kind of switch it between overtake and hot lap. Especially when coming off a corner, I'm switching to overtake, and then on the straights I just put it back to hot lap and let it go. I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference, but I haven't really checked the time difference in laps to know exactly a little bit about that. But it's an interesting scenario though. CB is in the pits, changing off his inters. We got JD, his tires are 10 laps old so far, those inters. Got Jonathan going behind Iceman, trying to close in. I think Granny Boy is building up his lead. Is now 18 seconds lead off of Walker. I wonder if Walker is going to say, hey, I'm just going to take the second, go ahead, or I'm coming for you. Because it's now just about 8 laps to go to the end of this race. I think a lot of people would say it hasn't been an eventful race, seeing that we didn't have a lot of crashes. For some reason, a lot of people, they like to see crashes in races. I'm not sure why the reason is. I guess it's exciting for them, but then you want to watch good drivers drive. These are good drivers, because we haven't had like a single major accident all race, and we started full wets. We're now in inters. The track is drying out, but I do not know if it's going to get dry enough for these guys to go on a dry compound tire by the end of the race. It might not, because we're already in lap 19 going to lap 20 here. So it does seem that they will be finishing on the current compound of tires that they are. We got MX and Bowtie in the pits, changing out their intros as well. Because I gotta say, if anyone does switch to a dry compound, I'm really interested to see how that's gonna go, because I don't think the track has dried out just enough as yet. Let's see from let's right aboard or someone here. We're on board with Gaston right now. just to make sure we get through everyone. So this is Granny Boy going. Is he about to lap Ely? Or who is that? Oh no, that's not Ely. That's CB. Okay, so he's going to lap 12 position. So man, this guy is really fast. I don't know where you guys found him from. I'm really interested to know if anyone has actually beaten him in a league races yet. So far, since you guys had him in the league, how many races he did? I know he did a race before I started streaming for you guys, but I want to know, did he do any other races other than that? But we'll talk about that later. But it is interesting. So I'm not sure if you guys are not beating him. Maybe you just want to, I don't know, hit him off the track. It'll probably be the only way to get him to slow down a little bit. But it's good driving, man. It's really good driving. I think Walker's doing a really good job trying to catch up as well. He is losing time right now. It's now a 21-second lead Granny Boy has over Walker. Bucks another 2 seconds behind. Let's see how Walker is doing. That's JK, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Slow down, JK. You don't race in the pit lane, dude. But you gotta appreciate the settings of these guys that they race with. Because if you turn the pit assist off, the pit release off, then you have to actually control the speed that you're going into the pit lane with. So you gotta show respect to these guys that actually turn it off. I'll be honest with you. I can turn it off, but I don't always do it. I sometimes do it and sometimes I just don't. Because when I don't do it, I don't know, sometimes you just forget and you end up speeding in the pit lane. At least that's how it happens for me. There's people coming out of the pits. Let's see, Bucks is going here as well. They're driving so far. Let's see, we got Iceman. That Renault looks really good with those green tires, I gotta say. Or maybe it's just because I like green. Who knows? Let's see. Got Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan is still right behind Iceman and going. That's 600 of a second. He is getting really close. This could be a fight for fourth, guys. I mean, P4 isn't on the podium, but it is really close to getting there. Who would not rather be P4 than P5? I would rather be P4. And how many times have we actually saw a Williams in this position? So good job to Williams. They're probably not happy to dismantle that team. Let's just see how close these guys can get. That's Jay, another 3-second penalty. We're gonna have a look at these penalties at the end of the race. Let's see who got the most penalties. Just so you know, guys, there is no prize for who is getting the most penalties here. It's just for fun. We're just gonna see what happens. Yes, I'm quite sure a lot of guys got penalties here, but it happens. With the strict rules on the corner cutting, and when we were starting the race on the full west, it's not easy keeping the cars from cutting the corner sometimes, or sometimes you're trying to make an overtake move. It does happen. We got a yellow flag in sector 1, we got a yellow flag in sector 1. That should be cleared. Now still a yellow flag in sector 1. Ely has left the session. Oh, that's too bad, man. I do hope that Ely does have some better luck for the next race. Good drive so far, man. Appreciate you being in the race there. Got Gaston. So we're basically going through every driver here just to make sure I don't miss anyone here. But just if there's a bad going, I just want to follow, because we got Jonathan just following Iceman down here. Come on, Jonathan, go past that car. Or do you like looking at that red blinking light? Don't bother to me, man. Just take your time, drive, do your race as you're doing it. Just for kicks for me. But this is a lot of fun to watch. Because I'm just wondering how close you're really gonna get here. I think Jonathan, if he can't get past, he's just gonna try and force Iceman into making a mistake. That's the one thing you can hope for when following a car, just chasing a car around the track, round and around, and you just cannot get past them. You just hope they make a mistake. Make a mistake. Okay. God damn it. Alright guys, don't worry, we should be on back to catch the last few laps of the race. We have enough invites and we'll get on back either way. Even if we don't have invites, we're still gonna get back on. No worries. Thank you, D-Day. We're getting back on. My sincerest apologies for that, guys. It does happen. If Codemasters can please fix all of these problems, we would really appreciate it. We got D-Day in the pits. Okay, guys. Interesting stuff happening. Alright, so we did miss this by just getting disconnected, but we're back on. We have Iceman and Jonathan both on the softs. We have Jay, we have D-Day on soft. How many more guys are going to pit and get on this? We have Walker on 13 lap, all Inter. Let's see how everyone is doing out here. Okay, so we got some pit stop rotation going on. Everyone is currently going on to the soft compound tires. We have just under 3 laps to go, which means the track is dry enough. Let's see what's going on. Yes, the track is dry enough now for dry compound tires. T-Pound, drive-through penalty, speeding under the safety car. So we had a safety car. Who caused that safety car, guys? Who caused the safety car? Was that the... I can only assume it was a crash with Ely. That's why he's out of the race. But we'll be sure about that later on. Will be posted. Bowtie, why are you on wet tires, man? What's happening? Did he make a mistake? I've actually done that before. Going into the pits, forgot to change what compound tires I want to go on. Oh man. Oh no, man. That's gonna just ruin this race for him. Let's see how far away. He has to go all the way around the track on those compound tires. It's not gonna be easy getting around here. Because those tires basically have almost zero grip on the track right now, going on around the turns. Maybe on the straights you're going to get some traction, but you're not going to get much traction going around the turns. That has to be a mistake made. And that's going to be one he's going to be probably just kicking himself for that one, man. There's like basically no water on the track for those tires to displace right now. Pretty good going into that corner though. We got MX speeding in the pit lane. Drivers, please remember you do not race in the pit lane. But I do get it. I know how that happens. Again, respect for you guys for driving with those controls off. So everyone is basically off the inters right now. They are on the soft compound tire. That is the fastest tires that they possibly can go on to finish this race. We are still under safety car. We got Granny Boy following it. We got Bucks is about 3 seconds behind Granny Boy right now. Okay. 2.4 seconds. Walker is a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Do not cut corners under safety car regulations, guys. Unnecessary penalties. So right now, if I'm Bucks, I'm gonna want to get as close as possible as I can to Granny Boy there right now, just to try and get a good go on him when this race gets going again. D-Day with what is with the speeding in the pit lane, guys. It's not an easy control to deal with. I know that for a fact. Everyone is trying to just get onto the correct tires right now. Get back out. This should be a pretty interesting last 2 laps to go. So the safety car should be in on, if not this lap, I guess on lap 26. So that just leaves 1 lap to go. How many positions are we going to see change in that 1 lap? We should get an indication at the bottom of our screen to know that the safety car will be going in pretty soon. Alright, so this is how our field is lined up right now. So we got Bucks here, we got Walker. We got a lot of penalties being served out here, guys. So we're gonna see what happens at the end. A lot of exceeding track limits. We're still on the safety car regulations here, guys. I'm just gonna stop calling out the whole time penalty stuff right now. It's just one after the other under the screen. Alright guys, so Granny Boy is slowing the field down. I think we are about to go back racing. As soon as they go over the white line, we should be back on it. And we are back racing, guys. Lap 26. Oh, Walker just took second. Box is down into third. Still got Iceman in fourth, going behind these guys. We got Jonathan in fifth. Let's see how the field is going. Who's really close here? We got Gaston really close to Banshee. We got MX coming up. We got Jay coming behind. We got CB. How far? Oh, Bota is right behind CB right now. That's going to be able to fight down for a 10th position. D-Day is in 12. We got JK in 13. JD down behind. So the track has dried off, guys. So we are on the dry track right now. Going, I think so we should be having at least 4 traction going down these turns. So Walker has finally caught up to Granny Boy. 1.1 seconds behind right now going. Got some positions changing midfield. We got Banshee and Gaston up to 4th and 5th. And we are almost going around the last turn here to go into lap 27. Any positions you guys want to take up, better do it now. It's the last lap to go, guys. Fastest lap Walker so far. But Walker does have Box right behind of him. Got Banshee with Gaston. Getting really close there. Everyone's gonna try for every possible move they can in the final lap of this race here right now. But Granny Boy is trying to make up a lead in the final lap, 2.2 seconds down on Walker there. Box is just a second behind. Okay, we really got Walker and Box fighting it out for a P2 here right now, guys. Got a few positions changing down at the back of the field as well. D-Day down now to 14. Bucks is going to give it all he's got right now. His ERS is really down. As is Walker's. And there goes Granny Boy. Going across the finish line. That's P1. We got Bucks P2, Walker in P3. Good job so far, guys. We got Banshee in P. Oh, Jonathan is P3. So this is where the penalties come into play now, guys. What's going to be T-Pound's position here, guys? Where is he? Let's see him come across the line there. So let's see how we stand so far, guys. We got Granny Boy P1, Box P2, Jonathan P3, Walker is P4. But I'm just going to wait for the final table to come up because I want to see how the penalties were served out for these guys here right now and how it really affected their race. Good job, Granny Boy. Really nice race, man. Walker, good job chasing this guy down. Alright, let's see how this played out. Let's see how the penalties were when they actually go here. Granny Boy, are you telling me you really had no penalties, man? Was he the only driver without the penalty here? God damn it. So that's Granny Boy P1, Bucks is P2, Jonathan Walker P4, Gaston P5, Banshee P6, Iceman P7, MX is P8, J P9, JD P10, Bowtie 11, CB 12, D-Day 13. Got JK is 14 and T-Pound 15 and Elias in 16. So I think 5 penalties was the most served out to a single driver there. Good job on the race though, guys. Really good race. Especially starting in that wet. Alright guys, until the next race next week.